It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
And welcome to the realm of geekdom. This is Nerd Breaking News. We are traveling back to 1997, and with a little bit of timey-wimey stuff, we end up in two timelines, in the future, in the past. What the hell am I talking about? We're talking about episode 1, 2, 3 of X-Men 97. So before we jump in and give you our review, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell before you miss any of our episodes. So let's jump right to our resident Marvel guy, Professor. What's your reaction? What you thought about it? And I know you have a theory as well about the first 3 episodes.
I think it's better than the first season by a mile, actually. I'm genuinely shocked by it. The animation's a little bit crisper if you're looking at it. The dialogue's much, much better. They've improved everything. I think what we're looking at is Marvel's thoughtful intent to expand the X-Men universe and to be able to move all the characters in different places aside from just the mansion. And I think that's a great thing. They're also looking to introduce villains aside from Magneto, which is also a great thing because one of our constant points is that Magneto is the main X-Men bad guy. But truthfully, he hasn't been the main X-Men bad guy in over 20 years. So when you're looking at it, now's around the right time for them to introduce those more obscure villains, especially considering they're going to have movies coming out soon. We need to see villains like Danger and Ahab and Apocalypse and Strife and all the ones that most non-comic book readers haven't seen, but whose designs are just freaking awesome. And it's cool that we're going down that route. So this is a 30 out of 10 for Marvel. They have hit a home run here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes. And Gambit's dead.
Eagle.
Yeah, I'm just like Professor said. I'm very surprised. The image looks way better than the first season. I think that the writing is mostly the same, but I think that they're taking their time a little bit more. I think like the first half of the first season was kind of slow, and then it just basically they sped it up. Hey, we're creating Genosha. Oh, however you pronounce it, and everything happens. It all goes boom. They all die, or some of them die. And I think they're doing the same thing. Like they're taking their time here, and they're making sure that they explain it. I think that the dynamic between Professor X and Magneto, to me, is so good. Like they were able to put together another set of episodes where their ideas are being confronted about what to do with Apocalypse. What are you doing? Like this for your own purpose, or are you trying to do something with time? Like I think that dynamic to me is amazing. It goes to the Professor's point where let's move away from having Professor and Magneto just basically go at it all day, every day, because that's just already been done. That's done. Like let's move on. And they have them in this space where they're like, we must work together. And they're discussing their ideas. Like to me, it's amazing the way that they're doing it this time. Again, the dialogues are really good. They're developing Jubilee. The great thing to me is like Professor just said, the darkness of the new characters like Apocalypse. I'm hooked. I'm not gonna lie. I'm dying for the next episode next week. I think they're doing a great job. The thing that I liked about this is that this is really deep. They're going into some serious topics and conversations. Again, we always talked about you can make a parallel between what's going on in today's world with what's going on in the X-Men, right? In between the humans and the mutants, right? Like it just presents itself to it, and it's amazing to me. So episodes 1 to 3, Marvel/Disney, great job. Is it up for season 3? Because I think they were looking, yeah? Okay, yeah. Perfect. This is awesome.
Kid, you're next.
I'm going to echo what the professor and Eagle just said. I think we're all agreeing this is better than season 1. Here's what I love about this so far. I love the first episode, right? I'm biased with Days of Future Past. I just love the idea that it's called Days of Future Past, the first episode. That's my favorite X-Men storyline. It's just so iconic. A little recap, right? So Forge and Bishop, real quickly, Forge creates a time machine in the first episode. Forge goes to the future, Bishop goes to the past, and then in 1990 you have Cable's team. Those are the 3 different storylines that are going on right now. The first episode is the future. It's the prophecy of Cable, whether or not he was destined to destroy Apocalypse in the future. I like that because I've always been a Scott Summers fan, and that's why I appreciate the fact that you see more of the Summers family. Maybe it's going to be more because I know that he'll have a sister eventually.
Yes.
So I love the future aspect. It's so cool. And look at Apocalypse, how he looks in the future, right? Like, it's awesome that at the end of the episode, essentially the spirit, when they go the second episode where they get transferred, Cable has transformed himself with the arm and he has a little cube, which I always love that cube. Essentially, he time travels his parents emotionally back to 1990s, and then Apocalypse spirit goes and follows him. And the second episode is current 1990s, and then it's the X-Force with Cable, Psylocke, Archangel, Jubilee, and who's the fire guy? Fire.
Sunspot.
Da Costa.
Sunspot, who was in Days of Future Past, the movie. They're doing their own thing. Cable recruits them. Jubilee has an amazing scene. Psylocke is just cleaning everybody up. Like you guys said, the animation is fire. The fighting is amazing. Mm-hmm. So he has a different approach to it. Unlike Xavier, he's willing to do cross the line, as you see in episode 2. He's a great leader, but he's also conflicted because he's thinking about the past and the future. Cable's storyline is just so intriguing. And then in the third one, the last episode, which for me, me and Eagle talked about this before we recorded, I think it's the best episode of the 3. That last episode is that could have been a movie. That could have been a 2-hour film. The Rise of Apocalypse Part 1, it already sounds legit. And I just think that the whole thing where Magneto's trying to counsel him, hey, you don't have to make that extra move, where that other idiot is trying to encourage him. And then eventually they find out they're trying to use the technology of the robots to travel back while Cyclops and his group are already in 1990. And then, long story short, they catch him, they have to fight them. And then it's I was really interested to see Bishop, and it was pretty cool that Bishop got a good lick at a baby Apocalypse. Because I'm not sure you could do that to Prime Apocalypse. But it's pretty cool. And then it ends with that, I forgot the guy's name, finds him out, and he throws a missile or whatever he can at the mountain where they're in. And so we're going to see what happens in the next
Pharaoh, yeah.
It's pretty cool because you're seeing past, present, and future, and the whole point is for them to go to 1990s, which we'll probably get like in episode 5. And then here comes Apocalypse 1990s while we see him, or we used to see him in the cartoons, versus the X-Men. And I'll leave it with this. I love it because we're seeing a beautiful storyline. X-Men is amazing. We always love it. Logan is probably the second most popular Marvel character probably in history, and he's a backup here. That's how great the storylines are in this right now. That's not to say that Logan might not have a critical role in the future, but that's how great the writing is in this. That the most popular X-Men is a backup, and we are not caring because the storyline is amazing. So that, if anything, is an indictment on Hugh Jackman, but that's a different story.
Yeah, just even to add on top of that, like you have 3 storylines going on, and within those 3 storylines, you still have subplots in it. Everyone is being showcased in their own little storylines, right? From the Summers family, from Storm and Forge being together, we're looking at Xavier and so on and so forth, right? Everybody is being showcased in all these episodes, and all 3 storylines are amazing. And that's what I love about the first 3 episodes. We're starting to get the reintroduction once again, who the X-Men are. And everybody got their part. And talking about that, you guys mentioned episode 3 was your favorite. For me, it was actually that first one because the Summer family dynamic really I think it was amazing. Just like we have to teach our kids so he could be the prophecy, basically. What is the storyline you guys are most interested to follow from those after seeing the three lines that we're seeing: the future, the past, and the present. Eagle, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, the Nathan story seems really nice to me. Interesting. I'll say this: I was really intrigued when Jubilee in the 90s, right, the present time, is the one who's making sense to Nathan about, hey man, because he's basically criticizing her, like, the ways of the X-Men, look where that got you. Like, this is all your fault. Like, your way's not the way. But he comes from the future where, I guess the strategy was very different. He was very cutthroat. He just basically going to the point, hey man, we got to kill this person in order for us to get what we need. The whole point, it's been, I guess in the future, right, because of the prophecy, what he was sent to do and whatnot, it's all about Apocalypse, right? And me killing him. It's that and anything else. And he kind of forgets, and Jubilee brings him back to reality. Like, hey man, this is the 1990s. We still have mutants out there who don't know what's going on. They're not trained, and they can't be left behind. Okay, this is the professor's teaching. We can't let them behind. She's developing into a more confident character compared to season 1. You can see that arc developing. So I'm excited to see Nathan and how he grows because the moment where he says, I think this was on episode 3, where he says, where basically Jubilee scolds him, right? Hey man, these people matter too. You need to trust them. And then Nightwing, Archangel, I think basically tells this guy, no, we got to do it our way. He says, no, you would be surprised that you could trust young people. But he was basically reminiscent of himself when he was given the trust early on. Like, hey, man, we need you. This is a prophecy. And he did it. Yes. And I guess it goes to the point where he sends both his parents back to the 90s. And that was his moment of like, wow, I need to fulfill the prophecy regardless of what I think, whether I'm ready or not. That was, to me, so good writing. That's like the way that they develop it. The fact that it's Jubilee, which is the youngest one, which seemed to be the most green one in season 1, letting you know, like, to the seasoned guy, man, Nathan is powerful, has seen it all. He wants to destroy Apocalypse against everything. And he's the one being told, hey, let me remind you, okay, where your parents come from, these people matter. Man, that was insane to me. So that's the storyline that I want to see moving forward.
Yeah.
I'll
go. Hey, kid, go for it.
Man, a great analysis, Eagle. I'll be remiss if we didn't talk at least for 5 seconds. Yeah, that was amazing. For 5 seconds, I'll be remiss. I'll be doing a disservice to the X-Men and Marvel if I didn't talk about how much of a badass the X Factor were. Oh my God! I used to have Strong Guy, Multiple Man, all these idiots. I used to love all these people. Polaris. I'm glad they mentioned that she was a prior X-Men. I love it. I love the fact that Jubilee, to your point, Eagle, was the one who reminded her, hey, I get you work for the government now. I get that you and Havoc, whatever. Where did you come from? Because when you were Zero, the Professor and the X-Men were there for you. And we had a cause. It wasn't just a government point of view. Again, Jubilee stepping up, Sunspot stepping up. For me, as much as I think the episode 3 was the better episode of those 3, just subjectively, my storyline that I want them to see the most, with the exception of Scott Summers, he's my favorite, 1990s Cable. That's what I want to see. 1990s Cable. Not the present, not the past. I want to, because he's gone through so much crap. He's trying to be a leader. I want to see that Cable when his parents come back, when the other people come back, the group B people in the past. When I want to see how that hardened Cable, to your point, Eagle, reacts to the past and present feelings of his family and how he's to lead the X. Because remember, he's not an X-Men. So it's the idea of like, how far is Cable going to go to achieve what he wants when the X-Men come back? That's what I want to see.
Good point.
Yeah, Professor.
For me, I think where I'm really curious is actually the future storyline. So when you're looking at that future storyline, they showed you a lot, but they didn't tell you anything, which I find hilarious. So you have the Mother Ascani lady who, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but she has a certain power. They don't explain to you why. Comics fans know why, but we can't say anything because it's too big of a spoiler. So you got that piece. Yeah.
Man.
The other piece is you've got a future Apocalypse there who you actually don't see. You hear his voice, but you don't see him. And he's in a sarcophagus, and he time travels into the past to hit the X-Men in the 90s in their most vulnerable period. Why didn't they let you see him?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I didn't figure that out. I thought that was him because he wasn't moving. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's in a machine.
He was. What was the term? Loading, sleeping, hibernate. What was it?
He was hibernating. Ozymandias wakes him up. He goes,
it was like recharging thing they were using.
Yeah, but now we know how Marvel works with toys. Clearly, whatever's inside of that thing looks different from how Apocalypse normally looks. So what's inside of that thing?
Oh man.
So I find that interesting. And then at the same time, with Mother Askani, they actually told you last season where she comes from. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
remind us.
Yeah.
If you go all the way back to the end of last season, there's a scene where Bastion shows you the future, and you see a Phoenix character there, essentially doing some stuff, enslaved. That's her.
I thought that was Jean.
Yeah.
It's not. It's her.
What the?
So she tells you that she comes from a whole different future that's not that future. So there are two futures.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the way the X-Men comic works is that they're in a constant battle against multiple futures. Days of Future Past is one future, but Days of Future Past is not where Cable comes from. He comes from somewhere else.
I thought it was Apocalypse Reign. That's where he came from.
Yes, but that's not Days of Future Past.
Correct. It's two different things.
Days of Future Past is the reign of someone else. Now, the animated series has never told you who that someone else is. And my thing is, when they get into where that goes, that's where you can take that thing into a whole other direction that's equally good, if not better.
Ooh.
So essentially, when you're looking at it from the X-Men's perspective, you're in a conflict where you know that if you go one route, one villain wins, another route, another villain wins, or another route, the humans win. And the worst scenario for them is actually the route where the humans win. So do you let the mutant villains win? What do you do? It's twisted. But essentially, when you're looking at the comic, at a certain point, it's kind of where it goes.
Woo.
Yeah.
I need episode 4 now. Oh.
Yeah. So when you go back to episode 3 and you look at like the armband, she has the same armband that Bishop has. Yeah. Go back and look at it again.
She does.
Yeah.
She does.
She's not from there.
I kind of had to figure that she wasn't from there. The way she was talking. I just didn't. Obviously, you know more, but I didn't.
Yeah, whatever. So.
By the way, guys, it's every Wednesday the show comes out. So again, I need it to be Wednesday.
Yep.
Any final comments regarding the first 3 episodes of X-Men 97 season 2?
So there's only 9 episodes in the season, and the season ends on August 12th. So in about 5 weeks, it's over.
Yes.
Oh man, I need season 3 already.
Mm-hmm. Wait, this is gonna be quick.
I need season 3 already.
This is why I'm saying.
All right, guys, we will be back. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I want to Professor. Go ahead. What were you going to say? No,
this is why I'm saying Marvel can't just reboot the X-Men. You can't go ahead and create something like this and be like, oh, but the movie version is going to be completely different. That's not going to work, bro.
They're going to compare the MCU X-Men to these boys. Letting you know. And this is A
100%.
quality.
Yeah.
100%. A quality.
They can't do that.
Hugh Jackman, get him out.
He already said he's doing it till he's 90. He said it yesterday.
And there's the L. I love it. Get to the job, dude. Don't you do Broadway?
Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let us know what you thought about the first 3 episodes. Give us your review. Maybe we said something maybe we didn't say something that you caught. Let us know down in the comments. You know what I meant with that. But keep your fandom alive and your world drive engaged. Until next time, fellow nerds, this is Nerd Breaking News.